get ready for work. Well, and just the day in general. So, let's tone. It's just a weird action. I don't know why. It's probably going to stay in there, though. Yup. It's just a thing that's happening. Okay. I like this because it has the glycolic acid in it, so that makes it an exfoliating toner. And as you can see, I have a lot to try and deal with right now. So it really helps with cell turnover in the skin, which just means that everything, your flesh renews faster is a way to say it. So that textural issues and stuff like that are not an issue. I really like Pixie because it works really well. And I do find that I've not had an issue with it. As far as I know, they're a relatively clean brand as well. As this is a natural formula, botanicals may settle and color may vary. This does not affect the potency of the product. Shake well. Oh, well, my bad, I've never shaked. But I've used this at least a few times, and I really do like Pixie. They have a whole range in their Glow Tonic kind of section, and each of them will have that glycolic acid in it, which is an awesome ingredient, and at 5% it's actually going to do you not too bad. Now, I have a theory as to why this is happening. I can't deal with said theory for now, and I'm kind of stinky, and I'm just like, you know me, I'm like, I have a product. I spent my moolah on said product. I want to finish it. Also, I'm testing a theory because I'm just like, I think this is causing this, but I can't verify it. So, but for sure, it's something that I don't think I'm gonna buy again. And I'll be totally open with you. I think it's the Olay retinol lotion that I got. First off, I have to do more research on this, but it has DM hydrolyzed. I think it's hydrolyzed. So it's basically broken down differently. Like, you find a lot of hydrolyzed proteins, and it's just kind of a way of breaking it down differently, and the hydrolyzation is not a bad thing. It's the DM, which is, I guess, a derivative of and has or is formaldehyde, which is in a way a preservative, a chemical form of preservative, but also not necessarily good for you. And I do know that there is a company that has come under flack recently for having this found in their products, and especially, it's only like a few, like Olay only has the DMDM hydrolyzation or hydration, no. Hydrolyzed? We're stopping there. In like a lot of their older, like original formulas in the yellow box, those ones have it, and then some of their newer ones. But no, my actual problem with it is, we all know that like the first 5 ingredients on a product is the most prevalent ingredient in that product. So it has the highest amount, percentage is a really good way of saying it. And there's like several different forms of dimethicone in this lotion, and not just the lotion, but also the serum as well. And I'm like, you know, dimethicone has its place. It's not too bad. Silicone in a lot of ways is a really good sealant and protectorant. So it creates a barrier so that it keeps what's in there in, but it also prevents more from getting in, and thus creating this like barrier or shield. And dimethicone has that smoothing, blurring effect because it's a silicone and it literally just sits on the top of the skin and creates this nice look. And that's why they like using it a lot of primers and lotions, because it gives that glorious blurring effect. My problem is it is like high. It's like the third or second ingredient in this product. And no, like I put it on my skin and I'm like, wow, my skin doesn't feel like moisturized. It doesn't feel, and it's weird because it's not an oily feeling, but it's also not a pleasant feeling, and it does not feel like I'm getting the product in. Like, it's not like going into my skin. Like, eventually I feel like my skin absorbs it and it's not too bad. But yeah, I'm not incredibly hyped with how high that particular product ingredient is on the list, and you can just feel it. And like I said, it doesn't feel like it sinks into your skin at all. And I'm trying to keep using it because it has the retinol in it, which also is pretty low down on the list. And because of what retinol is supposed to do, it should be more of an active ingredient, and it doesn't feel like it's an active ingredient in the formula. And also, to make it an active ingredient, I don't know what percentage it would have to be, but in order for it to be showing results, you'd want it pretty high on the list and at a, like, essentially a therapeutic or active kind of level, so that it's actively doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is getting rid of my wrinkles. You know, my giant forehead creases. You know, and it's not a vanity thing. It's, I literally want my makeup to stop sinking into it, because I guess that does relate to a vanity thing, so that my makeup looks nicer. My makeup is lasting throughout the day, and you don't come up and like see the like it has sunk into my forehead. Because when I'm not wearing makeup, I don't notice those creases necessarily. And they're dynamic creases because they happened not due to entropy of my face, but literally due to the fact that I have a giant forehead and I move it around and have a lot of facial expressions. Thus this, frown marks, frown wrinkles, frown lines. My 11sies. But yes, that is that. Anyway, and I also just think that amount of that is also affecting the rest of my face. And looking at this serum, when a retinol is in a product actively, and it's got like actively, it's more of a buttercream. This is a really horrible description and you can tell me that, but it's a pussy yellow. It's like a yellowish tone, and that means that it's a active and like actual form of retinol, because if you look a lot of La Roche-Posay's, even some of Vichy's and Strivectin's, all of their retinol products have a yellow tinge to them, and that's because of the retinol, which is a derivative of vitamin A. More chemical derivative. But yes. It's a me! Disgusting plug, I know. Anyway. So I tried using this again yesterday, and I just used a lighter amount of it, and I found that it was nicer. Like, it sat nicer. It didn't look as ridiculous. So I think I do like about 1 pump. That means it'll go a long way, but we're gonna try it again today and see how it goes. It wasn't too bad. I do like the smell of it. Luckily though, this product does not exist anymore. They got rid of it out of their line. She's kaputi. Finito. No longer. I got 1010 Ivory, which is so not my shade. Good thing I have bronzer. Okay, so we did our glycolic. So I do the Pixie Glow Tonic, which has a 5% of glycolic acid. And then, as I've said a few times in the last few videos, I use this one, which I really, really do like. I like the Revitalift line from L'Oreal. L'Oreal, she is got her hands in a lot of things. They got their hands on a lot of things. They're really, they're a big company. They got a lot of stuff on them. And I don't know, some of their brands do say that they're, like, they never have the actual cruelty-free insignia, but they do state on them, we don't test on animals. If you go through and look at some of their brands that they have and some of their products that they have, they do have non-animal testing products. L'Oreal itself does not necessarily state that, if you care about that. But I really do like this because it's a 10% pure glycolic acid, and I do feel like, let's take a look here. No, lift. Oh, you're not going to give me an ingredient list, are you? Warnings. Use only directed to avoid contact with eyes. You know what? I feel like a lot of their ingredient lists are actually on the box. So I'll figure that out, and I'll go and check out the box and see if the ingredients are on there and see what else is in here. But because sometimes when you've got a few, like with serums like these, with companies like these, like Olay, they have a lot more junk in there than just the kind of stuff that, like, again, the active ingredients and the stuff to carry those active ingredients that are also really good for you, like say niacinamide. So we have the niacinamide, which is really good for the wrinkles and the pigmentation and just the overall facial health. The glycolic, which aids, niacinamide can also aid in the cell turnover. Hyaluronic acid, which loves those products, loves water, helps plump the skin, is something that is naturally occurring in our body. So is niacinamide. But yes, we like to do a concoction of ingredients that help us and are supposed to aid in our skin. And then, you know, just these as per usual. Yes, I do recommend them. Yes, I do like them. My favorite hyaluronic serum, though, is not the CeraVe one. It's definitely La Roche-Posay's. They actually also do have a serum, and I don't know why, but I just prefer it in this form, which is just clear. gel-like dissolve into the skin really quickly, and in all honesty just feels more serum-y to me, whereas this, if you'll just a moment, spray, and as you'll notice, I do a glycolic on a dry face, and then I go in, moisten, and do the hyaluronic because, well, that works best. As you can see, it's more lotion-like, and it actually does say on here, apply evenly on face and neck daily. CeraVe Hydrating Serum with hyaluronic acid can be used alone or layered under moisturizer. Avoid eye area. So, if you don't like to have like a billion steps to your routine, this can be your moisturizer. And I'll admit, it definitely has, compared to the serum, has a more moisturizer-like feel, which is definitely nice. And again, this still has a lot of the same benefits that this does, but you will always boost your benefits when you pair. Just a fact. Thank you. Okay, and then, because the funny thing is they have a lot of hyaluronic acid in like every single, not every single, but like a good portion of their products, which is, they also have the, see, this also has the niacinamide and the ceramides, plus the hyaluronic acid, and it's got a little, the hyaluronic acid's got a little asterisk on it, which I sometimes go, it generally makes it an active ingredient, but I kind of go niacinamide's an active ingredient. I'm rambling. So we took a little bit of a food break, out with our child, but now we are back, and it's time to get ready for makeup because it's started at 5:30. Start at 5:30. I always have to remind myself of this because I freak the F out every single time. I'm like, no, I don't have enough time. But you do. We are going to be using the marshmallow primer. I do like this. They have their new one. They do seem to be primer eccentric a little lately, but you know, cool. Let's do a little bit. I love the smell of this stuff, and honestly, I also love the feel of this stuff. It's really nice. It doesn't feel dimethicone-y, and I'm pretty sure there's some glycerin. Ooh. Glucose. Yep. There's sugar in here. Isn't that funny? Oh, see, they have methicone, which is a slightly different form that would still be in the silicone family, because it's a cone. Okay, Tasha, you be crazy. So I went in with like 2 pumps of that foundation, because that is, yeah, see, it's a liquid makeup with reasonably sourced meadow foam. Ooh, meadow foam. Does what for my skin? Dermatologist tested, formulated without parabens, phthalates, SLLs, or petroleum. Cycle the bottle. Yeah, they just call it liquid makeup. That's like sus. Anyway, then. I just did a really cute blushy look with a pink. It's actually one of my favorite lipsticks. It's the Canis. Yeah, Canis by NYX. Like, their mattes aren't horrible. Like, it's nice matte, but it's still soft and luxurious feeling, but it's matte, so it's high pigment, which is really nice. It's their suedes. Love that. But that is pretty much all from me. I got some footage of me putting the look on. I think I pretty much turned it off when I did the brows. They're very interesting today. They generally are. I also added this on the inner corner after doing that cute blushy look, just to give it that little and it is the Hocus Pocus To Be Young and Beautiful Again. Yeah. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, are doing well, are staying safe and sane, because oh my gosh, I'm crazy enough for all of us. You don't need that energy, okay? But do be yourself. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, because that way I know you like it, and subscribing means you get to see more of me, because like, why am I making videos? Anyway, have a great day. Love you. Bye. Mwah.